In this video, we're going to import from a URL. So watch closely as we go through this. First thing I'm going to do is create a new project, and I'm going to import from a URL. Down here, I drop the URL. Now, before I import this, I want to show you what's in this URL. Okay, so this comes from our blog. 7 reasons why you should publish your podcast show notes. It's got some images here, and it's got nice clean content. But as I scroll down and look at this, the first thing I notice is that I don't see anything popping up, nothing spinning around, nothing fancy. This is just nice, good, clean, easy to read blog post. All right, got some links in here. We got some numbered content. We've got some. We got a list right here. So let's take a look at what happens when we import good, clean content into Designrr. All right. So I'm going to give this a name. This project name will be, we're just going to call this demo URL. Takes just a moment to import that from the URL, and there it is. All right, now this is a really important step, and a step that you will really appreciate being able to do. So first thing I'm going to do is select a template, and then I'm going to select next. When I pick next, this button shows up, says save as a draft. So I can click on this save as a draft, and now I have imported that blog post into this draft editor in Designrr. Okay, really important that we do that, because this will give you a backup copy of your content once it's imported, and then from there you can bring that into the editor in just a little bit. So I'm going to show you what we can do with that, and we're going to call this import. We're going to import from URL. Now I'm looking at this, everything looks exactly like I want it to. The only thing I see that's missing, the only thing, we'll go back and take a look at this. The only thing that didn't get imported, and let me show you what it is and tell you why. What didn't get imported is this image right here, because in this particular blog, that image is loaded in a different spot than here. And that becomes this featured image over here. So sometimes that featured image does not import. All right. Back over here, we're going to save this as a draft. Now, where I have put that is right here. So I click on this draft mode. I refresh this list so that it'll bring that into the memory of the platform. And there it is, import from URL. Now, from here, I can click right here and import that project into the formatter. I can edit it here, so I know what it's going to look like. All right. And then I can bring it into the formatter right here. Now I can select if I want to use a 2-column. Let's see. Let's do business. And we'll make this a 2-column instead of a standard column. And I'll pick this template and I'll hit next. Now, I'm giving it a name. This is the footer URL that I imported from. And now it brings that into the platform. So if I want to see what this is going to look like in 2-column, I have it right here. Okay, and I'm going to save this, and if I decide I want to see what it looks like in a single column, see it saved that. If I want to see what it's going to look like in a single column, I go back to draft, select this, and I'm going to pick just the standard column now. That's it right there. And I'm going to do and now I can see what it looks like in a single column design. So saving that in a draft mode, when you import, which is step 1, and you save it in the draft mode, which is step 2. That's now you've put it in the editor. I can do a lot of things with it inside of the editor that will make my life really easy once I get inside the formatter. Okay?